Hi everyone, in this video we are looking at finding maximum and minimum points using calculus. So in this first example here it's asking us to find the coordinates of the turning point of the graph of y equals x squared minus 6x plus 7, and it wants us to determine the nature of that turning point. So just decoding what this question is asking, a turning point is where the derivative of a function is equal to 0. Okay, so for a parabola it's the minimum, or if it's a negative parabola it's the maximum. And if we're finding where the gradient is equal to 0, that means we need to differentiate this function. So first of all we'll differentiate that function. So y dash is equal to 2x minus 6, and we're going to set it equal to 0 to find the x coordinate. So 0 equals 2x minus 6, so 2x equals 6, x equals 3. So it wants the coordinates, that means it wants a y value as well, so we need to substitute that into the equation instead of x. So then we get 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 7, so that's 9 minus 18, which is negative 9, plus 7 is negative 2. So the coordinates are 3, negative 2. Now the other thing it wants to know is the nature of the turning point. So they mean, is it a maximum or a minimum? So to determine that we look at the graph and we think about whether that's a positive or a negative parabola. In this case it's a positive parabola, which means it's shaped like this, which means the turning point that we found was a minimum. So we'll write is a minimum. Okay, so it's just a matter of thinking about the graph that you have to determine that. Alright, let's look at our second example where we are finding the coordinates of the turning points of the function given by this cubic and state which is a maximum and which is a minimum. Okay, so first of all we will differentiate. So f dash of x is going to be 3x squared minus 3, and we're going to set that equal to 0. So 0 equals 3x squared minus 3. And we will factor or divide both sides by 3, so we get x squared minus 1, and we'll factorize that to x plus 1 and x minus 1. Okay, so our two coordinate turning points occur at negative 1 and at positive 1, and our corresponding y values we get by putting back into our original equation. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2, plus 2 is 0, and sorry, I should have done negative 1 first. So that's negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2, plus 2 is 4, and then putting 1 in we get 1 minus 3, which is negative 2, plus 2 is 0. So the coordinates of our 2 points are negative 1, 4, and 1, 0. Now we have to determine which is a maximum and which is a minimum, and we can do that by looking at our y values. So the coordinate with the highest y value is going to be a maximum, and the coordinate with the lowest y value is going to be a minimum. Okay, so hopefully that illustrates how you find a maximum or minimum using calculus, and I'd like you to practice some of these problems on exercise 21.05. Thank you.